भाइयों, ये इंडिविजुअल किसी की परफॉर्मेंस नहीं है, ये एज अ टीम हम जीते हैं। ठीक है ना? तो ये चीज छोड़नी नहीं है किसी भी टाइम पे। अभी स्टार्ट है, मैंने भाई भी कहा था अभी स्टार्ट है, एंजॉय करो, लेकिन एक्साइटेड ओवर एक्साइटेड नहीं होना कि हम सिर्फ कल का दिन एंजॉय करते रहे। आगे अभी हमारे काफी मैच है, हमने आगे फोकस करना है। ये गुजर गया, सब एंजॉय करेंगे, मिलके करेंगे, लेकिन फोकस हमारा एक है, वो क्या है? वर्ल्ड कप जीतना।
Hi guys, Ayan here from Sportstar. Quite a historic Sunday night for Pakistan. They won their first World Cup game against India across 13 after 13 attempts, and it was quite a comprehensive win at that. They beat Virat Kohli's men by 10 wickets in Dubai to open their points tally in the Men's T20 World Cup in the UAE. To analyze the game, to find out where Pakistan went wrong, beg your pardon, where India went wrong, and what Pakistan did right. I have my colleague Amol joining me. Hi, Amol.
And before we get to trying to dissect the game as such, just tell me, how was it for you, your first India-Pakistan game experience?
It was quite great, amazing, and it was proper cricket. In the past, India-Pakistan games have proved to be quite lopsided, with India dominating the opposition in all three departments. It was the other way around on Sunday, where Pakistan just outclassed India. I mean, in batting, bowling, as well as fielding. Especially the last part has been Pakistan's Achilles heel in the past, but they caught well in their first game, which was quite incredible. So yeah, all in all, a good experience. So how did you feel about India's performance on Sunday?
Honestly, I'm not too surprised with the way it went for India. Whether they batted first or chased down the target, Shaheen Shah Afridi was always going to be the biggest threat for India's top three. He got rid of two of them in no time. Then on, it was always going to be a chasing game for India. And in so many ways, I feel India's innings and Kohli's innings were quite parallel. It was something that never took off. It looked decent, but just never took off. And see, 150 odd, considering the game was being played on the same strip that was used for the England West Indies game, may have given a feeling that it was a much better total than what it was. The fact of the matter is, you had to strike early in order to defend total, something that never looked like happening.
Right.
So then on, as in it was always, once they saw off the power play, Babar and Rizwan, it was always going to be a huge task to come back for India. And see, first game, not too much of blame game as such to be played for the time being. But the fact of the matter is, this combination also, there's something amiss in this combination, right? You have to have someone either in top three who can. Yes, Rahul has been given the license to go berserk, but if when you lose those two, there's no one who can actually take the game away. Rishabh Pant, if he can be given that license, yes, he can come good. But I don't know, when it comes to revolving your batting order around two batsmen in top six, that's Rohit and Virat, always becomes challenging in modern day T20. So I think all that was exposed. When it comes to bowling, yes, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, based on his seniority, was given preference. It didn't work. My personal hunch is this 11, the 11 that was on the park in the first game, has two outright single-handed match winners, Jasprit Bumrah and Rohit Sharma. If one of those two works, then there is a chance. But if both don't work, then we saw what happened, and it's a long road ahead for India now. What do you feel?
Yeah, absolutely. And if they lose their next game against New Zealand, it becomes all the more difficult for them. So it's a dicey situation for Virat Kohli. Pakistan, on the other hand, well, they were just brilliant, weren't they? I mean, as we discussed earlier, the game was played on the same pitch as the West Indies match, where they were bowled out for 56. But I think what I liked about Pakistan today was they saw off, as you pointed out, the power play. They didn't look to go too hard at the Indian bowlers. And then when possible, they were taking the ones and the twos, which I felt was very, very important. And, is going to be important as the tournament progresses too, the rotation of strike. There was this phase of play when India was starting to pull things back a little. There were a few quiet overs, but just when the pressure was mounting, there were 2 sixes hit of one Varun Chakravarti over, and that just took the pressure off Pakistan again. So very well orchestrated run chase. Shaheen Shah Afridi, again, brilliant. We had discussed this in our preview as well. The matchup between Shaheen Shah and the Indian top order could very well decide the fate of the match. And well, in the end, it did, didn't it?
Exactly. And going forward, as in 6-day break in such a situation, can work both ways. What do you feel should India change come next Sunday?
I think they will look into the whole Hardik Pandya conundrum. He has gone for scans. We don't know what the situation is with his shoulder. So whether he will play the next game, if they really want Hardik to feature, I think that 6-day gap sort of helps him recuperate if there is a niggle. But as you said, I mean, is the playing 11 is something that they will look into. I feel having Varun Chakravarti bowled well. He bowled really well the first couple of overs, but then again, you have to create pressure from both sides, especially when you have a moderate target of 150. Even in the press conference later, Rizwan said that these pitches are not the kind of pitches where you can get 200, 230. These are the 130, 140 odd wickets. Plus, the dew also played its role, but that doesn't take away from the fact that India bungled up the team selection. So I think that is something that they will go back to and sort of try and work their way out. You're perfect. You're correct when you say that you've just got 2 outright match winners in Rohit Sharma in batting and Bumrah in bowling. And in a situation like this where you don't have enough on the board, you can't expect Bumrah to bail you out all the time. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar being off color doesn't help either. So yeah, who knows? For all you know, they might get Shardul Thakur in. And Lord Thakur could be the savior for India.
Yeah, not just Shardul. I feel they have to fit in Ishan Kishan being possible trump in some way or the other. And for that, obviously, we'll keep coming back on the same topic more often than not over the next week. So until then, I think we should just crash for the day. It's been a long day.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you completely. So yeah, so that would be all from our side. We'll keep track of the matches as and when they happen. We'll be back with more analysis as the tournament progresses. But until then, that would be all. Thank you so much.